Hello everybody, welcome inside the Rockwall Sportscenter Yellowjacket Playoff Update. I'm Chris Curtis, joined by the voice of the Yellowjackets and maybe a future Emmy winner, Billy Quinn, from Friday night, and of course, the head coach of your Rockwall Yellowjackets, Rodney Webb. And I don't even know what to say right now. Awesome game on Friday night. 12 points down, 9 minutes to go. The season was in jeopardy, and sure enough, 29 points out, rallied off in a row, and you guys are moving on. The regional final champions. I want to thank the trophy for joining us too today. Rodney, how did that feel on Friday night?
Cold and wet, mainly. Cold and wet, but no, it felt great to finish the game the way we did. There was a point at which, people say figuratively a lot of times, am I dreaming? Somebody pinched me, and there was a point at which, and after we'd taken a 10-point lead, that I really had this moment where I thought, I think this might be a dream, and I really did literally think that for a few moments. It was that kind of a surreal feeling to go on that kind of run to end the game.
And of course, you can't hear it now, but the theme song for this intro is going to be "Living on a Prayer" by Bon Jovi. I had to go back to 1987 to find a top song. It was top 3 song of 1987. First two didn't make any sense, but of course, you're halfway there. Of course, the Bon Jovi reference goes. You're halfway there to a state championship. The first one since 1963, and it's the first time since 1987 you're a regional finalist champion. So kind of talk about the history and how you mentioned at the beginning of this year you want to set a new goal. You wanted to get one more round in from last year, and you achieved that goal now.
Yeah, that was one of our goals going into it. We wanted to be district champions, and we wanted to go undefeated in district, and then we wanted to go further than the 2014 team did. And it was the same. We had the same goals last year, by the way. We wanted to go further last year than the 2013 team did, and so those kids achieved that. And we're just at a point now where we're going to talk this afternoon with our players about playing with house money. If we're at a casino, which probably something we shouldn't be saying in a school setting, but if we're at a casino at this point in time, we're playing with house money. So that's kind of how we're looking at it.
And of course, Bill, you had a fun time on Friday night calling the game, and that one of the most exciting games you ever called.
Yeah, the most exciting one. I think it's right up there with the Mesquite game. We referenced that before in 2013, the 16-point comeback with just a little bit of time left that kind of got this whole thing rolling. I think that was the key game that Rockwall got on the map, I guess you could say, as far as people taking notice. And of course, now 3 years in a row in the playoffs and going deeper this year. I want to go back to the fourth quarter when the booth was a little down with 9:47, I believe, left in the ball game. Spring scores, goes up by 12. Rockwall, to be perfectly honest, has not moved the ball consistently the whole game. And then we get one of the most incredible runs I've ever seen from Caleb Broach, hurdling 2 defenders, keeping his feet, and then going the distance to get a touchdown to get Rockwall within 5. In the booth, we're sitting there during a timeout going, man, we got to do something now. We got 9 minutes, not knowing that in about 2 minutes, Rockwall is going to get the lead. So talk about the team before that moment, the attitude of that team. Of course, jacket fight never dies. We know that. We've been clear about that. But talk about how what it felt like on the sidelines, what the attitude was, and of course that feeling, turning it around so quickly, knowing, as you said, it was almost like a dream after that when you get the lead.
Our kids have been really resilient all year, and down 19-7 at halftime, the locker room was still upbeat, and we just talked to the kids about taking a deep breath, getting control of our emotions, having a positive outlook. We made a few adjustments. At halftime, you just don't make a lot of significant adjustments. And again, I think a lot of people think you reinvent the offense sometime, or maybe there's some kind of a Friday Night Lights that speech that's been given. It's really not. You just, more than anything, you try to get your emotions under control. There's about 20 minutes that you have total, and most of that time is coaches talking about making adjustments, and you share a little bit of the time with the kids. So we had made some halftime adjustments. We had gotten our kids to put a little bit of wind back in their sails. And really, I guess being down by 12 with 9 minutes to go in the game, it probably from the stands in the press box looked fairly bleak, but we had a pretty positive outlook the whole time. And we knew that if we just had to string together a couple of consistent drives, we had played pretty well defensively all night. And offensively, we had just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. And we just knew that we had to play a perfect fourth quarter, and we could still come back and win. And to our kids' credit, really did play a flawless fourth quarter.
I think the biggest play of the game is just before halftime, where it looks like Spring is going to get a bigger lead going in as they complete a pass on a wide receiver screen. The receiver looks like he's going in for the touchdown. James Taylor comes in from the safety spot, not only makes the tackle, but consciously strips the ball, then recovers it, where Rockwall takes over on your own 5. but you run the clock and going into halftime only down by 12. Talk about James and what he's done, and then this defense making the plays. Coach Chatham's done an outstanding job this year with this crew, and not only making stands and getting getting the ball back numerous times this year, but these huge turnovers that come at the most opportune times that keep Rockwall in the game and keep your head above water.
That's a kind of a Bob Sturm question. I'm not really sure what you just asked me, but I will talk.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't know what's going on. Are we still on the air?
I will talk about James. That was a huge play. And
take it from here. Just go wherever you want.
And you're exactly right. That's the difference between, you go in down 26-7 at halftime. Mm-hmm. They're going to get the ball to start the third quarter. That's huge. Mm-hmm. And you're right. It was not only did he strip the ball. Well, first of all, it took great effort to even run the guy down. Mm-hmm. Very, very fast player for spring in the open field. And then to catch him, strip it, and then recover the fumble that you created, huge play, mm-hmm. huge play. And I agree with you. If you looked at one play of the game that sort of turned things, I think that would probably be the one.
Mm-hmm. And so I guess now looking back, that was a pretty good question because you agreed with me on a couple points.
Sure.
There.
Oh, yeah, great question.
Cool.
Billy, I'm going to give you some credit. Back on September 14th, I know it was a long, long time ago. I'm going to give you some credit, though. We sat here, Rockwall Yellowjackets were 0-3 mm-hmm. and staring district in the face, and you came on camera, and I'm going to roll the clip right now. So let's hear from Billy Quinton on September the 14th. And Billy, I know a lot of Yellowjacket fans might have that hand on the panic button, but
no.
not so much. There's only 2 games in right now.
No. First of all, not King, Barron. I like Barron. But no, don't worry about that. Don't take your hand away from the panic button. Get off the ledge. Everything's fine. Let's remember that Rockwall opened up with possibly the toughest non-district schedule in Texas, going against Denton Ryan and, of course, Euless Trinity on Friday night.
So of course, Billy, you said hands off the panic button on September 14th. I'm giving you credit here. So sure enough, 10 wins later, here we are staring at they're now in the Elite 8 of Texas high school football. Talk about, you called it.
I would love to take credit. Believe me. Everybody out there knows I would love to take credit. But I was just relaying the message I got from the man on top right here. And I remember we talk every week, and I remember talking to Coach Webb because I was still in that. Yeah, I know these are tough teams, but my goodness, we're 0-3. We have not been here before. I even remember asking you, have you ever been 0-3 before? Have you ever lost 3 in a row? And you had to go way back into the time machine to figure it out. So let's go back to that moment where a lot of Jacket fans were, like, okay, yeah, we may still get in the playoffs, but this doesn't look like a team that's going to do anything in the playoffs. May make it a round or 2, and that'll be it. And here we are, the Elite 8. And the way that team just stuck together and just kept moving forward. That's another Bob Sturm question right there. It wasn't really a question, it's another statement, and I want you to take it. Yeah. But talk about the attitude of that team and what persevered as you went forward and winning 10 in a row now.
Well, we anticipated early in the year that win or lose, we were going to struggle with the quality of competition we were going to play. So our kids, they were prepared for a tough go. Again, we made no prediction about what our non-district record was going to be, but they were prepared for a tough go, and we had the mindset that each and every week our singular goal was to get better. Mm-hmm. We didn't talk about non-district record. We didn't talk about any of that. We just wanted to get better each week. And so I think our kids had a sense within that locker room. They had a sense. We didn't win this game, but we did play better than we did the week before. And the mistakes that we were making were all self-inflicted. And the turnover deal, that really got us early in the year. And I think we learned a valuable lesson from that. We've come back over the course of the next 10 games, and I think we've turned it over 4 times in 10 games after turning it over 8 times in the first 3 games. So that's been a huge deal for us, and it was an important lesson learned. So, but it is a testament to our kids and their confidence level and their ability to overcome adversity.
And a fun fact, the 3 teams we lost to, 2 of them are no longer in the playoffs. They were eliminated pretty early. And then Denton Ryan is playing today. We're filming this on Monday, and they're playing hopefully today. And hopefully, and Coach Joey Florence, and we all love Joey, hope they win today. But there's a slim chance that, Rockwall's last man standing from those 4 teams. And so an outstanding job there also.
And of course, let's look ahead now. You are in the Elite 8, and next on the agenda is Lake Travis. They're ranked number 2 in the state, 17 nationally. They got almost 700 points on the year so far. They're undefeated this year. Doesn't get easy for you, does it, Coach?
It doesn't. They're a very, very good football team. 4-time state champions. They won it 4 years in a row, 08 to 2011. And they're one of the elite programs in the state. But as we have already talked with our kids, there are 8 teams left in the state, and all 8 of them are really good. And We will spend time throughout the week talking about the quality of the Lake Travis team with our kids. But at the same time, I think in the Lake Travis locker room, they're talking about the quality of the Rockwall team. So, again, nobody has stumbled their way into the state quarterfinals. So they're definitely a good team, and we've got our work cut out for us. But we'll have a great plan put together, and our kids are going to take the field Saturday expecting to win.
I know you've coached against a lot of great teams, but is this maybe the scariest team you've ever really coached up for going into a game like this?
Well, we've played some really good teams over the years, and I don't really know until we play them. That may be a question better asked for after the game, but I will say this: they are very, very solid in all phases. Very, very dangerous offensively. They've got a great offensive line. They've got a Division I quarterback. They've got great skill players. They've got a tremendous scheme. And then defensively, they've been noted as one of the best defensive schemes in the state for many years now. Head coach Hank Carter, he's a defensive guy, and they've really taken their defense to another level. And they've got several Division I players defensively. They're solid in special teams. So they're the kind of team that you have to definitely go out and beat. They're not going to do anything to beat themselves. So we've got to go out and take it from them.
Well, and I also think it was turned around. I'm assuming Lake Travis is sitting there going, well, Rockwall, the only team to defeat Spring on the field. You know, Spring came into this ball game 11-1. The only loss was a forfeit. And so outstanding job there, of course, and defeating them on the field and beat a very good Jesuit team to get to that game. That was a very good, that's a one-loss team. So I would have to think that Lake Travis also is sitting there looking at Rockwall going, man, this is not going to be easy. And now I want to ask you, though, Kyle Field. Have you ever played at Kyle Field?
Well, we practice there every day, actually. Our practice field's known as Kyle Field.
We're going to have to put some more stands in, Chris.
A little bit.
Yeah. What's your thoughts there playing at Kyle Field, going to College Station, and a Saturday afternoon game opposed to the Friday night games, which is what we've been playing, you know, most of the playoff games?
Right. Well, we're excited about it. You know, it's believe it or not, some of our kids hadn't even heard of Kyle Field before. So I'm actually, this afternoon, I'm going to put some pictures up of Kyle Field so they have some kind of an idea what we're getting into. But it's a natural grass surface, obviously a huge stadium. It's going to be just a, you know, you want, at this point in the playoffs, you want to have a great venue for your kids to play. And it's a great venue. And we've got so many Aggies in Rockwall. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to, you know, they're going to be given the, you know, the gig and all the stuff they do.
Gig 'em jackets.
Gig 'em jackets. And so, but again, it's all about finding a good venue to play in, and never coached a playoff game there before. In fact, I think the last time Rockwall played at Kyle Field was in 1987 in the state championship game. So we're just excited about the opportunity.
I would encourage all the fans. We had a couple Aggies in our Sunday school class that were worried about wearing orange into Kyle Field. I just want to remind everybody it's a different orange. It's Yellow Jacket orange, Pantone 021 for those of y'all keeping score at home. Wear the orange and Gig 'em jackets. It'll be fun.
It's impressive you actually knew the actual color right down to the T right there.
Dude, it's my world.
That's exactly right. Of course, it's Kyle Field in College Station at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, unless something changes in that. It looks like we're 2 o'clock, Coach, for sure. And
looks like it.
Okay. Of course, if any updates on that, we'll put it on our Facebook and Twitter and all that jazz. So any final thoughts as far as this game goes? Billy, we'll start with you. A fun game between Rockwall and Lake Travis.
Well, let's get there early. It's a Saturday afternoon, as you mentioned. I know it's holiday time, but this is what we all live for. I know this is, you know, the pinnacle right now as far as you're down to the Elite Eight. Your Yellow Jackets are one of the top 8 teams in the state. I believe 128 teams start in the playoffs, and so you're down to 8 now. And what an outstanding job. It's a rare moment. It's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Everybody needs to get down to College Station. Let's, you know, have a caravan. Let's pick the restaurants we're going to be gathering at. Let's do all that and get ready and have a blast. And I'm going to throw out the challenge. Cal Field holds 100,000 people. Let's fill it. Come on, Yellow Jacket fans, fill it. There we
I know
go.
Coach said on Twitter last one out of Rockwall, turn the lights off because everybody's going to be down there.
Everybody's
So,
gonna be
Coach, you hope to see a great crowd down there as well.
We do, and you know, I would just encourage everybody to not take for granted the heights that this team has reached. And it doesn't happen every day that you're playing December football. It doesn't happen every day that you're playing a team like Lake Travis at Kyle Field. So, you know, we've got our work cut out for us, but we're going to enjoy the moment. And we want everybody in Rockwall to enjoy the moment and participate in it. And we'd love to see everybody there.
Of course, we want to thank Rockwall Sportscenter for sponsoring this show. And, of course, they just released a new T-shirt that said made in December. I think it was something like that, but we'll post a link in this video as well for you to go out there and buy your T-shirt. Get down there on Saturday and have some fun. Don't forget, it's www.rockwallisd.com to check out Billy and his crew. they'll be even more excited this round, I'm pretty sure, right, Billy?
We went pretty nuts last game, and the voice was gone for a while. But yeah, we're gonna go have fun. We're gonna have the full crew back. Brian Williams couldn't make it; he was up in Kansas City with the U-Haul hauling things around. Not sure what was going on there, but we're gonna have the full crew back, and we're ready to roll.
Awesome. Let's get one more of these. How about 3 more? Sounds good to me, Coach.
Love it.
Let's do it. All right. We'll see you down there in College Station. Until then, Coach, send us away.
Jacket fight never dies.